Everyone, Steve Georgie here from Allendale's Trading Floor with your After the Bell commentary. We're going to start with talking about weather. And my first chart that I'm going to show you guys is basically the moisture maps that are how things look right now. And as you can tell, a lot of the Midwest here, we've taken care of this dry, moisture problem or soil moisture issues that we've had, and actually in some areas we've gotten some excess. So looking at these maps, is this what's going to happen now once we get the crop in the ground? We do have some good moisture out there. Of course, there's areas of the Dakotas yet that have some issues, as well as Nebraska. But we'll see as we go along here if these rains do pick up. And I'm going to go through each map with you as of midday here. The 1 to 5 day model was similar to the morning run, but it is much wetter here for the western Corn Belt, and so we have seen a little change there. We've got a little more rain that we're bringing in for the western Corn Belt, at least for the next 5 days. Now, the 6 to 10 day forecast on the midday models are most of the Midwest is still dry, and that was similar to the morning runs that we had seen, but a little bit more rain for the northern plains. So we're going to bring in a little more rain in certain areas there, but also the 11 to 16 day, it's much drier for Nebraska, Iowa, Illinois, Missouri, and Indiana, but heavier rains coming to the north, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Ohio, than what we had seen for that morning, for the morning weather maps. So that's going to get guys out in the fields. It's going to give us a chance to get this corn in the ground. We know that there's been some problems in this northern region. This is where that snow came through. Now we're talking rain again. So there will be some problems here to the north. That's going to keep this market supported here on pullbacks. But let's take a look at how this does affect the market. And before we get into that, we're going to talk about planting pace real quick. We're looking, our estimation here this afternoon, we're looking about 13%. The trade right now is looking for about 15% complete. But as you can tell, 5-year average, we're usually about 48. So yes, we will be behind pace, but how much are we going to be behind pace? And it does, as I showed you guys on that map, we're going to see some opportunities here to get guys in the field and pick this pace up a little bit, and look at getting some work done over the next few weeks. But here's a look at July corn. Today, sharply lower. Started off quite a bit lower, and we continued from there. We've been talking about the gap that went after the quarterly, or that we made after the quarterly stock report. Now we've got another gap here today. We did close near the lows, 636.5. So just some areas that we've got to watch. We did close below this support, 647.25. That will now be resistance. There's also just a slight gap here that was made early last week before that big 40-cent day that we had seen. But support levels, if we are going to continue to push lower, 615 to 610 are areas that we really need to watch. You do have some good support in those areas there. But now that we've made this gap, it's going to be important to see if we can get back up and try to fill that gap yet. So we'll see what happens as far as planning progress. But it's going to take, if it is less than what guys are expecting, may give us a little jump here for tomorrow. But we've got to try to get back up and try to fill this gap yet if we are going to continue to work higher. But 647.25 will be some resistance if we do see some strength tomorrow, and that's on July corn. December, little different look. Okay, we've made this gap here today. So we didn't have a gap after the quarterly stock report in December. We did make this gap today. We closed kind of in the middle of the range today, but 551 is going to be resistance. This is the range that we sat in after that quarterly stock number came out. And we get back up into this area here. The trend right now is still down. We've got some good resistance up above us, but some areas that we've got to watch to the downside. 525.5, 521 as well. Also the low that we made just about a week and a half ago. So watch these areas. We'll see where we end up going. But quarterly or the planting progress is going to be key, but also the weather maps. There is some rain out there that may end up giving us a little support here at lower levels. We know most of the crop is still not in the ground, and so we're going to find support on this corn at these lower levels. But the maps right now have increased some rain. The temperatures do look like they're going to stay a little bit warmer for us, so it'll give us a good opportunity to get in the fields and get rolling. But give us a call. We'll be glad to walk you guys through this and talk to you about some of these other markets as well. You can reach us here at 800-262-7538 or check us out on the web at allendale-inc.com. Hope you have a great day and have a great day. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Thanks. Bye-bye.